What's going on, guys? XQ420 here. You know what the deal is. You know how I get down when I come around. I am back. I'm in the building. The beat is hot. The single is fresh without a shadow of a doubt. First time to the channel, stop hesitating. Hit that subscribe button for your daily dose of news and commentary with a twist from your boy. Will change your life. Today's video. North Korea. But you violate some quarantine rules out there, they'll drop you. According to this report. Let's jump into it. Alright, article right here from the Blaze. North Korea publicly executes citizen who violated COVID-19 quarantine edicts. This is a report. A public execution. Dropping the man. I mean, it's like, but you ain't quarantined. How? Oh, we're going to make an example of you. Now, the reason I'm bringing you this video is because, but we got to be careful. We've been picking up a whole lot of the doings and the policies of communist countries. And I don't think you understand how many people would clap this. There's a lot of people who's too far gone. They would clap this type of thing. Oh, good, good. Take him out. He's trying to kill everybody. Man, I have seen people's Twitter feeds, bud. We've got a lot of crazy folk out there. And they went totally insane over this thing. So, it says right here, the government of North Korea wants its subjects, and that's what they are, communist country. They are subjects. We will kill you when we feel like it if you don't do what we say. So we can't go to socialism. Socialism turn to communism. Communism turns to yeah. And you don't want that, bud. So it said it wants their subjects to understand that it is super serious about stopping the spread of COVID-19 and that the dictatorship rules are in place to keep everybody safe. So that's why I killed the man. Dang, bro. I mean, it's kind of funny how you want to keep everybody safe and then you put somebody out on Front Street and slaughter them right out there. Come on now. I mean, who they fooling? All right? This is just putting more and more of the fist of control over a people so they won't rebel, so they won't resist. You know what I'm saying? That's all this is doing. So, oh my God. Pyongyang is so intent on making clear the seriousness of COVID-19 lockdowns that it held a public execution of a citizen who violated the nation's quarantine orders. So Free Asia, they were able to slip that thing out through the borders so we could get this info. So, so the Hermit Kingdom has repeatedly claimed to be coronavirus free, RFA noted, but it is still instituting strict measures upon its people to prevent the spread of the virus. Here's what I'm saying. If you're virus free, how the hell is it going to spread? I've never understood that. Man, if you don't have the virus, how can I spread the virus? I don't get it. Man, that's something, you see, when you don't ask questions, you don't get answers. You just get the same old BS. That's all you get, bud. And then you be locked all the way up. Be getting shot in the street because you walked outside your house. It's like, dang, bro. I mean, a little over the top over there. But they say old Kim Jong-un regime has employed lockdowns of entire cities and counties, canceled cultural events, and stopped travel between provinces. The nation declared in April that its emergency quarantine posture would go through at least the end of 2020. Well, they already living in a small form of hell out there anyway. But getting locked down on top of it, it's like, dang, bro. I mean, it's just tough out there. And we already know what the deal is. Man, this virus is just not affecting the Asian countries. It is just not affecting, to be honest, a whole lot of Asian countries. There's got to be some type of other cross immunity. Somebody is not telling us something about this. But it says the Korean smugglers who transport Chinese goods into the lockdown nation after the Sino-Korean border was completely closed in January over pandemic concerns have continued to frustrate the Norks. So the Kim government ratcheted up its COVID edicts with ultra-high-level emergency measures. Okay, let's see what these measures are. All right, I got a feeling the measures got to do with putting lead in somebody. That's what I think it is. So it says since the end of November, the Central Committee have ratcheted up the existing emergency quarantine measures to ultra-high-level emergency quarantine measures. Good God, ultra-high. I mean, it said, look, Bo, I mean, we're going to have to ratchet this thing up even further. And that's from a source who was a resident in North Pinogan. Well, I think I said that right, but I mean, but these names, man, I ain't never seen so many crazy names in my life, but and they ain't epic names either. They just way out there. But it says in order to make to make sure people understood the government meant business, the source told the RFA that a citizen smuggler in his 50s was executed via firing squad on November 28th for violating the lockdown and attempting to smuggle with Chinese business partners. Bam, bo. Let me show you how much business we mean. We'll drag you out here and slay in the street. I mean, it's a dang, bo. And you see, you got to be careful because this is communist regimes. When they say smuggle some stuff, man, they might have just been like bringing some bananas across the border, and they've been, hey man, I mean, I'm just bringing bananas to folks. Might have been and drug you out your little cart and drug you in front of everybody and shot you in the street, but you like, damn. I mean, I'm over a cart of bananas, bud. That's all I'm saying. Oh my, they smuggling, bo. I don't know, man. A government can, you see, they can twist stuff to make it sound like you're an enemy of the state. Really, you were just trying to take some drinking water across the border. It's like, dang, bro, you get capped for your troubles. That's what happens. So it says they held a public execution by firing squad to threaten residents here in the border area because there's been a lot of contact with people on the other side of the border, including a lot of smuggling. Oh, smugglers! You know, we got to take them out, the smugglers. Also, don't go across the border or we'll make an example of you too, boy. I mean, I'm pretty sure they say it in whatever language they speak. Korean. But it said the source added that the public execution happened because the victim was charged with violating quarantine right before the ultra high level emergency measures took effect around November 20th. Here's what I'm saying. They locked down their borders on at the beginning of January. Why the hell are they still all the way in just flat out any type of lockdown at all? But the virus ain't there. But the virus ain't there. AINT. I mean, that's what I don't get, bud. I mean, they were already tyrannical, and they just seen this as an opportunity to ratchet that thing up a notch. It's a, thank you for the opportunity. Oh, gracious one. So, as I said in my previous video, where they were saying that my man from the Chinese socialist said, oh yeah, this virus has been great for China and North Korea. His very exact words. So, according to the source, the government moved the execution in order to avoid international outcry. They moved it. So they were supposed to shoot the guy in Sinaju, but they decided to go to Rongchong County because he's from that area. And if they did it in Sinaju, news would quickly spread across the border to China. Oh, okay, I got you. So they tried to hide it out. They tried to hide that thing. So they didn't want no outcry. They didn't want no heat. They didn't want no smoke. They knew what happens when smoke hits them. Heat's on the way. That's what I always say, bud. So, hey, yeah, man, these governments, bud, they try to be slick, bud. It's the biggest crime syndicates in the world. That's just all there is to it. That's just all there is to it. I don't know how else to tell you. But they said rumors have also spread that it's a part of its reign of terror, and the government executed a currency exchange broker in the capital city who broke quarantine rules. Huh. Dang. So they thinking oh wow, bud. So but it's a little bit of a plot going on right there. You know what I'm saying? That's why I tell you, bud, you got to pay attention. And like I said, the reason why I'm going over this is because, man, you don't need this type of stuff trickling over here. But I'm trying to tell you, man, stuff can get stupid and people, oh, it can't never happen. But I never thought in my life that folks would be closing down businesses and putting a mask on for a virus that's got a survival rate of 99.86%. I never would have thought it in my wildest imaginations. If you told me that 10 years ago, I'd be like, man, you smoking crack, dude. You with that dude from Kazakhstan with the sex doll, man. You out your mind. But they said the Kim regime is so worried about the virus spreading that they've told soldiers monitoring the border to shoot anyone who comes within half a mile of the border, no matter their reason of being there. Dang, Bo. I mean, they straight up. I mean, but within half a mile, put a round in them. Matter of fact, put a few rounds in them. Mow them down. That's what I think. You can't come in, brah. So that's what I keep saying. People are like, oh man, look how New Zealand did it. Oh man, look how Australia did it. I said, are their borders open? Can people travel freely in between the places? Well, no. All they did is just extend tyranny. That's all you're doing. You're extending tyranny. And if a case flares up, they'll put your ass right back in lockdown. They'll put you right back in social distancing. They'll make you stay. Oh, you can get out your house one hour a day, boy. And that's only if you're going to get groceries. It's like, dude, what? No, man, I'm good, bud. Freedom is the key. They also said they deployed some landmines to increase deterrent. Dang, bud. You just be walking along and be done stepped on something that done blew you into smithereens, bud. They done blew you into the afterlife. It's like, so if you're in half a mile, you get capped. Man, you just walking through somewhere, want to, pick up a rock or something, pick up a stick, stepped on a landmine. Then took you all the way out. Come on, y'all. But we got some crazy folk running around. So the North Pyongyang, golly, I don't know if I'm saying this stuff right. Source said that at the end of November, the government central committee instructed agencies and state-owned businesses to crack down on anyone violating lockdown rules by surveilling the public using police, factories, and neighborhood watch units. Look at that right there, Bo. Snitch units. Snitch. You see? You see who else is using the snitch units, guys? The communist. That's why you don't snitch on your folks, bud. You don't be out there snitching on somebody who's just having a few folks over to have some drinks, man. Dang, bud. You see what I'm saying? Bo, you ain't committing no crime. There's nothing criminal about having some people over. You ain't hurting nobody, man. But, hey, neighborhood snitch unit, that's what we need. So, the official reportedly told the RFA this week that North Korea's citizens are more afraid than ever due to ever-increasing measures to control their movement. Oh, what are you more afraid than ever for? You sat around and took this nonsense, bud. And I know they ain't got no weapons out there, but communist countries, they ain't letting you have no weapons, bud, because they know what the deal is. If they let you have weapons, then you can stand up and resist, because they know there's more of you than them. Flat out, bud. So, it says right here, while guarding the border seamlessly from the ground, in the air, and at sea, authorities order soldiers to shoot anyone approaching the border unconditionally, regardless of who the person is or their reason for being in the area. It said this is an absolute threat to the border area residents. So yeah, if you're on the border and Bo, you come, you don't know this, and you come within half a mile, Bo, they drop you out there. Dang, you won't even trying to cross either. I mean, you just be hanging around. A file laid out. Then what the hell going on, man? It's old Bo, he was too close, Bo. We thought maybe he was gonna cross over. Half a mile? Half a mile away? Bo, they wild out there. It said this is typical behavior of this particular area. It said whenever the people complain because their livelihoods are affected, the authorities always try to shut them up by threatening them with public executions or by sending them to political prison camps. In closing on this, guys, my main reasoning for showing you this is the fact that you need to pay attention to the policies that we're picking up around this area. But we're picking up dangerous policies from dangerous areas, from communist areas. That is what I've been crying out for the entire time. And the more I go to Twitter, the more I see people, oh, China cares about their citizens. I was like, you have got to be some of the stupidest mother people on this planet, dude. Are you crazy, man? You've got to be crazy, dude. Then pack your bags and go to China and send me a postcard back. Let me know what you think. Damn. Boy, I know I just almost got out my chair on that, man. We got to pay attention, because the problem is that you've got people that claim they care about your life, yet they would clap somebody going out there and making an example of you. And it's bad because I've seen out there in Twitter areas. But I'm scrolling all kind of pages, and you know, and it's mainly your people who fearmonger, the fangle dangle, the guy who's a nutritionist who all of a sudden become an epidemiologist. What's the other one? Laurie something. There's a bunch of them up there, and they just popped up on my page. I'm like, I don't want these people, but I'm paying attention to them. But I see a whole lot in there. It's like, oh yeah, man, I hope they suffer. I hope when your whole family dies, good. You see stuff like that, but I'm like, I thought y'all said y'all cared about somebody's life. And then you go, and then we see stuff like this in North Korea. But don't think this stuff can't trickle down, man. Can't trickle out. Well, you know, we got to make an example of somebody. You know what I'm saying? But we got to be careful, man, because I see that the whole socialism, communism thing. I see it. It's already started to infiltrate into the United States, and people crying out about dictatorship, about fascism, and say Trump. They don't never say Gavin Newsom. They don't never say Roy Cooper. They don't never say Pritzker. They don't never say Tom Wolfe. They don't never say Lori Lightfoot, or what's that, London Breed. You know what I'm saying? They don't never say those names, but they can shut them down, tell them where to go, when they can go. When you have people over, wear a mask. When you do your wife, make sure you only do her doggy style. Don't kiss her no more. Don't look at her. Treat her just like an animal. It's just like, do what? So, sending the message to his people. There ain't no doubt about that. And they're ruthless around that joint. There ain't no doubt about that. So, whew, well, hope y'all enjoyed the video. And I want to know y'all's comments down there in the comment section below. If you enjoyed, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell so you know when I post in the future. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.